It finally happened. Change the set. You probably can't see it totally. We got new furniture, everything. It looks good back here. Move this giant chair back here. There's still going to be a few videos with the old set, so this is the new set, but you're still going to see a few of the old set. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope that you're having a lovely day. Thank you so much for being here. Hope that your morning is well, your afternoon is swell, your evening is simmering down, and your night is heating up. Today we are listening to The Geese and the Ghost. This is by Anthony Phillips, former guitarist of Genesis back in the Trespass days. This was released in 1977. So, I have been wanting to listen to this album for a while. It's been requested and asked of me for a long time. It's one of those things I always have in the back of my mind. And then about a month ago now, I actually asked on Twitter, should I be listening to this album side by side? Is this one I can take song by song? And everyone pretty much told me side by side. So for a long song Saturday, we are listening to Anthony Phillips. And I am really excited. I've heard a lot of good about this album, and it being Genesis adjacent, I'm excited. So thank you guys so much for being here. Really hope that your day is going well. Hope that you're doing well. Hope that whatever way that this video finds you, I hope that it's found you in a good place, in a good spot. Hope that you're ready to enjoy some, I would imagine, enjoyable music. I believe that this is folk related or folk music from what I've heard. Not 100% sure, but looking at the album cover, I'm pretty sure. We're getting something folky, renaissance-y, medievally. I don't know. Either way, it's going to be a good time. Thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and listen to the music. You can join me on Twitter in the comments down below. Matter of fact, let's even things out. Gotta put the calendar. There you go. Let's do it. This is Anthony Phillips. We're going to listen to the first side. This would be the tracks Wind Tales, Which Way the Wind Blows, Henry, Portraits from Tudor Times, and God If I Saw Her Now. And you also have Mike Rutherford on here, as well as Phil Collins. I looked at the personnel, and John Hackett on flute. There's a lot of interesting personnel here. Let's see how they bring it all together.
Stop to help you. Me, it won't stop to help me. All the time the wind is blowing, where it's blowing next we don't know. Some spend their days in slumber. Look, some watching God's evening receding so gently now into the wastelands. I think I'm at peace now, but of nothing am I certain, only which way will the wind blow next time. You might never have been saved. Oh well, you might not have been so brave. Time would have shown the parting ways, and you slipping under autumn's gaze. And now I know that nothing is what it ever seems. I sit in the sunset, watching God's evening receding so gently now into the wastelands. I think I'm at peace now, but of nothing am I certain, only which way will the wind blow next time. rest your tired limbs. Leave your mind at peace, at peace, at peace. What are you thinking now? Thinking of a girl as golden as the sun. She loved me not like you, like you, like you. Pray do you love me more? It's hard to say for sure. A child 16 was I. Both virgins did we buy. We buy, we buy. You loved her more than me. She left me one dark night. She took my heart for free. I've seen her not since then. Since then, since then. God, if I saw her now.
What did you guys feel about the first side of Anthony Phillips, the Geese and the Ghost? I almost said Anthony Hopkins, but that's wrong Anthony. I feel like some of you woke up this morning, you're still in bed, you came to the channel, which I'm so grateful for, clicked on this video, you said, let's listen to what JP has to say, let's listen to some music, and have a feeling that after, I would assume, over 20 minutes, you're still in bed. This is the type of music to keep you in bed. Not even to put you to bed, but to keep you in bed. Do you feel cozy? Because this was as cozy as a fireplace in the winter in a snowstorm. Anthony Phillips. One thing that I love listening to is when I personally have an idea of what a band sounds like, for example, Genesis, but then hearing what the individual members come up with. Because you can get a sense of what they brought to the table when they were in the band, or if they're in the band still. With Anthony Phillips, you can feel trespass all over this. Listen to this pastoral paradise that you are just thrusted in with Phillips. It's peaceful, it's quaint, it's relaxing, it's natural, it's organic. It's stunning. You know, you can if you are familiar with Trespass, which I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're probably familiar with Trespass in some capacity. You feel it. You know exactly what Anthony brought to the table in that album. And he is possibly the biggest part of Trespass. Perhaps the soul and the heart of Trespass. I don't know. You got Stagnation, which is the best song on that album. You got Dusk, right? White Mountain even. That album is filled with pastoral beauty, which I think is its trademark. And here, we're getting that exact same slice of spirit. We're getting that exact same soul. It's gorgeous, you know? And interestingly enough, like, I'm listening to this and I'm sunk in with it. I'm not really overthinking this one. I don't necessarily have a lot to say on this side. Like, I have stuff to say, but I don't have like an exuberant. I don't have a large amount to say. But I do want to say that I think that this music has charm to it. And personally, myself, acoustic music, acoustic guitar wasn't always something that I was interested in. In fact, I used to hate acoustic music. I just thought it was boring for the longest time. And then I grew up. Then I expanded my taste and I, you know, I opened myself up a little bit more, and man, what a change it was. And music like this is exactly the type of music that would definitely have made a change in me before and easily makes an impression now. First of all, I really like that deep breath of the first track of Wind Tales. It really is just this big inhale and exhale moment. It is one breath motion. And I think it's a really nice introduction. It gives you just a little taste, just a little sample of what to expect. And yet at the same time it doesn't. But then as we get into the second track in the album, that when Phil comes in, that's Genesis. Right? Like, doesn't that sound like a Genesis album? That sounds like a missing Genesis album between Trespass and Nursery Crime. That's what this could pass as, depending on which direction it goes from here on. That's amazing. Phil sounded great. No doubt. John Hackett on the flute, which he plays throughout, beautifully. But that first track with Phil Collins, let's take it back real quick. I went too far. First of all, you immediately begin to get that... Oh, I'm about to cough. I'm about to choke. Hold on. I think I can stab it off. You first initially get that sweet delicacy of Anthony Phillips' guitar. He just lulls you in, sprinkling you with a little magic, a little fairy dust. Hold on.
Look, see how the world
Isn't that
goes round.
a sentimental feeling?
See how the day goes on.
This is a great opener to the
It
album.
won't stop to help you.
Truly does feel like a Genesis piece, one of the softer songs in their albums, like For Absent Friends, like a song like that. It sounds like that kind of track just from Anthony Phillips. What a great combination. And then the bass playing from Rutherford as you get further in. I wasn't paying attention to the time, to be honest, so I don't know exactly when, but right in here, great guitar playing. Great guitar playing. That's delicate. Gentle, sweeping, emotive. I really love this one. And then I wasn't expecting drums to come in at any point just because of the way it seemed to have been setting up. But later on we do get some percussion. We get some crashes, definitely. It sounds like we get some timpani. And it comes in really hard, but we'll talk about that when we talk about Henry. But the wind blows, it moves. As gentle as the wind, caressing your skin like the wind. It's just very beautifully played. Very, very beautifully played.
I think I'm at peace.
And can I tell you, also the way that the music builds up and elevates itself.
Nothing am I certain. Only which way
It continues to layer upon itself,
next time.
but not overcomplicating things. Keeping with a simple theme. With this little build-up right here, that's awesome. Now, I'm looking at the personnel list and, of course, what Anthony's playing besides the guitar. And he's also playing bass. He's also playing dulcimer. Got one of those. He's playing the bouzouki, which I have to say that. Mellotron, harmonium, piano, celeste, which you definitely hear in there. Glockenspiel. Can I tell you what I was thinking of while I was listening to this? I was thinking of Mike Oldfield. Can't help it. Henry especially sounds like a folk epic. And some of the way the music moves reminds me specifically of a Tubular Bells, Hargest Ridge kind of movement. And I like that. I love the way that these artists have captured, to me, fields that I've never seen. You know, whether that's fields in England or wherever they came from that they're inspired to write. It's so amazing to me how they've taken me to those places to see those sites in audio form. Look at the album cover really quick. The album cover, to me, especially now that I've heard at least the first side, tells me all I need to know about this music. Pleasant valleys, a sunrise, there's a water fairy. Gotta be honest, I did not see the little water fairy. You got a water fairy, and you got a minstrel, you got a troubadour, you have a bard, just playing his lute. Anthony, just playing according to the sights. And whenever I play music, I like to play according to what's around me. You know, I'm a hobby musician. That's what I always call myself. I'm a hobby musician. I play for fun, not even to get better. I just play for fun, right? So, for example, when I play my handpan and I go out to different places and I'm playing in certain scenes and sceneries, I really just love to play according to what I'm feeling around me, the nature, the scene. Sometimes, for example, I specifically play along with the wind, which may sound really weird, but as you know, the wind picks up, I play more intense. As it backs down to a breeze, I back off a little bit. There's just something very harmonic about playing with nature itself. And I truly feel that Anthony is capturing that exact same feeling. So in another way, I can kind of relate to what he's putting out here. You know, just judging by his album cover, the way that he sees himself and sees himself playing the music. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. And then Henry, right? Henry goes through several different movements, and I see that there are different subsections of the song here. Now let me give you the titles really quick. It is Fanfare, Lute's Chorus, Misty Battlements, Henry Goes to War, Death of a Night, Triumphant Return. All right, to be honest, in Henry, I could hear the different sections, but I wasn't looking at like which section was playing and then like identifying where we were. And I was just kind of listening to it. I know, not the best like reaction stuff, but I'm just kind of listening to it. But you can definitely tell. You can definitely tell when it gets heavy, which I was not expecting. That heavy riff that it still keeps acoustic. Ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum. That's like the knife, like a heavy riff like that. But how cool the way he brought that in with just acoustics, and then the music around it becomes heavier without necessarily relying on typical things that you would think would be heavy, like an electric guitar, distortion, big drum moments. You get big moments, but it's done differently. And I feel like that different technique, that different way of doing things is what makes it unique in its sound. So I honestly have no idea where it was. I'm going to have to kind of skip around. I mean, I guess that's part of it, yeah. But just the way that it increases is really cool. And can I also say, for some reason this reminds me of like video game music. Listen to that, the breakdown. Half step it. The crashes, of course, beginning battle. I would imagine that this part is Henry Goes to War or maybe Death of a Night. I'm sure it has to be Henry Goes to War. It sounds like war. But how heavy is that? Ooh, and then they bring it back down. Doesn't that movement, for example, like the way it took it from a big moment like there with the electric guitar even weaving in and out, and it brought it right back down to this? Doesn't that sound very Oldfield? was absolutely something he would do. And then, like, hold on, I'm joking to myself. Hold on. Ooh. The sweet turn and twist of drama. The guitar. Oh, now that is so awesome. And we get a little proggy here? Can I tell you, amidst, like I said, amidst the pastoral paradise that we had, like, that was great. That was beautiful. But this was interesting. This was, like, enrapturing. I was like, this came out of nowhere. And how amazing is it? That's my favorite section, to be honest. I wish it went on just a little bit longer. But I also understand and respect what the whole story is trying to tell. And this is just a particular scene in that story. A great scene. You know, sometimes like you watch a movie and there's one scene that sticks out and it just makes a lasting impression. You know, amongst the whole movie, there's that one scene. That's what this scene is. That's just how intense this is. Oh. And then back it off. Back it off. And then even as the music breaks down at that part, to me and what I kind of see is, of course, after the battle, the ashes, the fires, the smokes. But even musically, you can kind of hear faint crashes kind of dying down in the music even after that final explosion. So it's kind of cool to hear like the collateral, the debris of what's going on around it. In that's great. And then there's a lot of reprises. There's a lot of moments that come back throughout the whole track. The whole thing, like I said, it feels like a folk epic. But that section right there is like the one that like really, really stood out to me. And then at the end, you get in the fanfare section. This sounds like a church hymn to me. And previously we get organ as well. Now when I hear something like this... Yeah. Alright, so looking at the sections themselves, right? Fanfare. Is that like sending them off to war? That's like the horns and they're like sending them off. I don't know. Lute's chorus, misty battlements. So we're at the battlements themselves. Henry goes to war. Death of a knight. So war and then death. And then triumphant return. So the return being held in a church is kind of interesting audibly, right? I don't know. There's something there, I think. Let's talk about God If I Saw Her Now, which features, I looked it up really quick as we were listening, singing from Vivian McAuliffe. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but sometimes I can't speak. Vivian McAuliffe. I think it's McAuliffe. Okay. Now I was just reading a little bit about her. And interestingly, she also worked with Patrick Moraz. And yes, that's really interesting. I don't know really anything about her. I'm looking at what else she's worked on, and I don't really see anything that I necessarily know. But she sings very wonderfully throughout this track, alongside Phil as well, who makes a return. It's all just a very nice kind of final duet for this side. Can I tell you? This sounds very modern to me. That sweet, foggy, kind of misty voice, whispering, singing, in a very peaceful way. Can I tell you, you can imagine her, at least I can. I can imagine the character, her singing, like comforting and stroking the hair of a lover, someone who's returned. And lyrically, let me pull those back up here. It seems like we're having like a conversation between two people, you know? And she's saying, rest your head, my love. Rest your tired limbs. Leave your mind at peace. At peace. What are you thinking now? So just two people having a conversation in comfort. And then this, it really just feels like a sweet little closer. I love that little movement in the end of the line.
It's hard to say for sure.
Yeah, that's just a sweet ending to this side. I really would love to know what you guys thought. Did you think that this was boring? Did you think that this was great? Did you kind of fall somewhere in between? Because on a first listen, I really enjoyed the whole mood of it. And I feel like this is something you would put on for a certain mood. You know, whether it's staying in bed and relaxing for the day, or whether it's for a D&D campaign and you're the bard and you're bringing the music. this is what you bring. You bring a little Anthony Phillips to the party. I think you're going to have a good time. So let's talk about the lyrics really quick before we end this particular video. Which way the wind blows. Look, see how the world goes round. Look, see how the day goes on. You, it won't stop to help you. Me, it won't stop to help me. All the time a wind is blowing. Where it's blowing next, we don't know. Now, as he's talking about these lyrics, Which Way the Wind Blows, these are the lyrics that I personally identify with the album cover. Him playing his music in nature, observing nature, and just kind of lost in thought. Sometimes that's like the best place to be, when you're just wherever your place of peace is and you're just lost in thought. You're not even thinking about anything in particular. His thoughts are which way the wind blows. That's it. And he's just waxing, what's the word? Waxing poetry? I've already forgotten. What's that phrase? Whatever. He's doing that. Look, some spend their days in slumber. See, sleepy time. This is sleepy time tea. Look, someone is weary, toiling. Home, be my guest and come back home. Come, you'll be better off at home. All the time someone is dying. Where he's dying next, we don't know. Just lost in deep thought. Lost in meditation. And even describes where he is and what he's saying. I sit at the sunset watching God's evening. I like that, watching God's evening. It's kind of a cool little line. Receding so gently now into the westlands. I think I'm at peace now, but of nothing I am certain. Only which way will the wind blow next time. Those are nice lyrics. Nice reflection in there. And then in God, if I saw her now. So, like I said, we're getting back and forth lyrics between the female and the male. Rest your head, my love. Rest your tired limbs. Leave your mind at peace. At peace. What are you thinking now? He replies, thinking of a girl as golden as the sun. She loved me, not like you, like you, like you. And she says, pray, do you love me more? It's back and forth. It's hard to say for sure. A child 16 was I. Both virgins did we buy. And she says, you love her more than me. He says, she left me one dark night. She took my heart for free. I've seen her not since then. God, if I saw her now. You know, at first, I wasn't like listening to the lyrics. At first, I thought this was a roundabout way of him saying, like, of him reflecting on how he met his wife. But now I'm not so sure. No. Because I'm pretty sure that, like, he's reminiscing and thinking back to a past girlfriend or something while he's with his current girl. That ain't right. But listen to this. Listen to that guitar flute combo. That's a 1-2 punch knockout. That's gorgeous, guys. So much beautiful music in this side. Just packed with beautiful music. But seriously, let me know what you guys thought. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you not really care for it? Or did you care quite a lot for it? I would love to know your thoughts. You can leave them in the comments below. You can also follow me on Twitter. You can support the channel on Patreon. I hope that you enjoy the music, of course, first of all. Hope that you enjoy the set as well. I think it's kind of cool, you know? I wish I could do a little bit more of that. There's some more ideas. But kind of what you see, I don't have a lot of wall space past this. Like, there's not too much. Thank you so much for being here. Hope that you enjoy your Saturday. If you're watching this on Saturday morning when it first comes out, hope that it relaxed you. Hope that it prepared you for the day. Or maybe it prepared you for a lazy day ahead. If you're watching this at any other time, I hope that you enjoyed it. That's what it all comes down to. I just hope that you enjoyed the video. Hope that you enjoyed me, of course, but hope that you enjoyed the music. Thanks for being here. I hope that you come back tomorrow, and we'll do side 2 next week. So look forward to that, and I look forward to seeing you then. Hopefully sooner than that, but you know, come back whenever you want. The door is always open for you. The welcome mat is properly placed outside, nicely aligned, always clean, roll out the red carpet for you. Come on in. I'll talk to you later, guys.